All right, everyone, I need you to pay attention because this is not just another XRP video. We got breaking news that lines up perfectly with the charts. The macro backdrop and a major European exchange flat out predicting XRP's next big move in October. 3 weeks away. Here's the deal. The US Treasury is firing up buybacks. The Fed is on the deck to slash rates, and Germany is about to unleash spot XRP ETFs that could ignite the breakout we have all been waiting for. Stick with me, because when you connect these dots, the picture that emerges isn't just bullish, it is absolutely explosive. Welcome back to the Bullwinkle Blueprint. If you're new around here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you're coming back for some more of that good info, hey, hit that thumbs up. It is the ultimate way to support the channel for free. So many of you just forget to do it. I think we're at about a 8 to 10% thumbs up rate to viewing ratio. Come on, folks. Help the man out, would ya? Now, without further ado, let's jump into a Bitcoin. $112,275. It's currently down 0.29%. Ethereum coming in at 4,327. It's currently down about 0.5%. And XRP, yeah, buddy, coming in at $2.96. Just perfectly stuck on the top area of that support resistant zone. Coming in the red, 1.24%. Total cryptocurrency market cap, it is down a tad bit, but you know what? All is good in the crypto hood. Coming in at 3.9 trillion. Then we get this. Treasury buybacks equal liquidity flood. So breaking news, the US Treasury, they just brought back $2 billion, yes, billion with a B, dollars of its own debt. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Rip, why do you show us this crap? What does it matter for XRP? I got you. Because debt buybacks are basically liquidity injections. When the Treasury starts pulling back its bonds, that cash, it doesn't just vanish, everyone. It gets recycled into the system. So think about what happens next. Liquidity finds its way into risk on assets, stocks pump, crypto rallies, and the assets with the strongest catalyst, like XRP, cough cough, wink wink, it gets the biggest boost. This is the exact kind of hidden tailwind that fuels breakouts. When the Treasury accelerates these buybacks, it's like adding rocket fuel under the surface. And when you pair that with XRP's current setups, it's hard to not see what's coming. But you know what? That's just one side of the coin. Because while liquidity is returning, the real turbocharger is interest rates. And that's where Wells Fargo, just dropped a bomb. Because we come to find out that Wells Fargo believes that, hey, Federal Reserve plans to reduce interest rate 5 times, folks. 5 times by mid-2026. That's not a typo. 5 cuts. Here's why that matters for XRP. When rates drop, the dollar weakens. When the dollar weakens, money flows out of cash and into assets that have actual yield returns. Crypto thrives in this environment. It's the same pattern we've seen in every cycle. Lower rates equals more liquidity, which equals capital rotation into digital asset. Now, here's the kicker. XRP isn't just another altcoin. With ETFs on deck and Ripple institutional partnership, XRP stands to benefit from this macro wave in a way, that meme coins never could. If the Fed actually follows through with 5 cuts, XRP's breakout won't just be a pump. It is going to be a sustained revelation. And that brings us to October, where the next catalyst is already locked in. ETFs. The SEC must approve XRP ETFs or deny these ETFs in October. The Fed is taking stage, I believe it's about 7 days, 7 or 8 days from now, and we will find out about rate cuts. Those are two massive announcements that are going to blend in and tie in together. And we get this clip. The wall of money is going to come, and you do not want to have liquidated and step aside when that wall of money hits. This is Sandy Call. She's on the right. She's the head of digital asset innovation at Franklin Templeton. Remember, Franklin Templeton will be at Ripple Swell. Let's listen to this clip, and then where we're going to go after this with XRP and this massive stock exchange who just said that XRP is about to explode in October. It's really going to set us up nicely for these fireworks that you really aren't expecting, but I'm about to bring. Listen up.
For our listeners who are investors in the space, what would be your advice to them in terms of what they should be watching for the rest of this year to give them insight and give them the confidence and conviction that they need in their crypto investments?
Yeah, so I have to say this to myself every day too. So this is advice I give myself, Jay, is stay calm, stay patient, right? As we've just discussed, the setup for what is coming is powerful. It's so powerful that if you wait until it's happening, you're going to be chasing returns that you are probably perfectly positioned to get today, right? So just be patient. The other thing I always try and remind myself is, even with all the excitement that has built over the past 18 months with crypto and the markets being at record highs in many cases, we've only seen the amount of money in the crypto markets increase from 3 to 4 trillion, right? There is $100 trillion of money invested in the broader set of assets that are today not on crypto rails. Again, just think if 10% of that money moves into crypto and token-based investments, we are increasing the size of the crypto markets by 2.5x, 2.5x, right? So be patient, because the wall of money is going to come, and you do not want to have liquidated and stepped aside before that wall of money hits.
100 trillion, and she's talking about 10% of that coming over into crypto. She's going to be at Swell. I cannot wait for that epic Swell event, Swell panel, and I want to know what she's going to say from Franklin. I want to know what Fidelity's going to say, and more importantly, what is BlackRock about to talk about. Then we get this, the Frankfurt Stock Exchange in Germany just came out and said XRP will experience a price increase with the launch of spot ETFs this October. Think about the weight of that. We're not talking about crypto influencers or Twitter hype. This is one of the biggest stock exchanges in Europe making a call on XRP's price. Now, I want you to combine that with the fact that XRP has been consolidating for 282 days, as Guys on Earth tells us. Almost a full year of coiling. A full freaking year. Price action like that doesn't end in a whisper. It ends in a roar. And yet people still doubt that XRP can reach $10? Come on, man. Wake up. Smell the coffee. Go get your Folgers. We got macro liquidity coming in, the Fed laying the groundwork for a multi-year easing cycle, and ETFs opening the floodgates of institutional money. The pieces are aligning, and October is shaping up to be the ignition point. So let's connect the dots here. And these are some pretty big dots to connect, so we're not going to miss. Treasury buybacks are injecting liquidity back into the system. The Fed is setting up rate cuts that historically send crypto into overdrive. And now the Frankfurt Stock Exchange is calling for an XRP price breakout in October, backed by the XRP ETF launches. This isn't opium. It's all structure. It is all macro, and it's institutions all pointing in the exact same direction. XRP has been sitting in consolidation for nearly a year, and when it finally moves, people are going to realize they had the roadmap this entire time. Folks, don't wait until the headlines are screaming $10+ XRP. Pay attention now, because this October could be the moment where everything changes in the blink of an eye.